Good morning, boys and girls. How do you know which pronoun to use? Today we're going to talk about pronouns. Sometimes it's hard to know which pronoun to use. And we're going to talk about some subject pronouns. There are different kinds of pronouns. There are subject pronouns, there are object pronouns, there are possessive pronouns. So we're going to leave the other two to a different video, but today we're going to talk about using subject pronouns. I didn't want to overwhelm you with all of them. So subject pronouns, we're going to learn our lesson objective. We're going to learn how to use subject pronouns correctly. What is a pronoun? What is a pronoun? What does it do? Well, a pronoun takes the place of a noun. Okay, so it's like a stand-in for a noun. Pronoun takes the place of a noun. And today we're talking about subject pronouns. Subject pronouns are in the subject of the sentence. What is the subject? The subject is the who or the what of the sentence. The who is doing the action, or what is doing the action of the sentence. Some pronouns that we're going to talk about today. There are two categories of pronouns. There are singular, meaning one, and there are plural, meaning two. Okay, so what are the singular pronouns? The singular pronouns: I, you, he, she, it. Let's say this again: I, you, he, she, and it. The plural pronouns. What are plural pronouns? Plural means more than one. So you, we, and they. Wait, look at you. You can be singular. You can be plural. How do you know? Well, if I'm talking to one person, let's say that I have a classroom full of students and I have one student and I'm talking specifically to that student and I'm telling that student, you pick up your pencil. And I'm not talking to everybody, I'm just talking to that one. So that's when it's singular. But I could be talking to the whole class and I could say, you take out your notebooks, and I'm talking to everybody. So you can be singular and you can be plural in the sentence. Let's look at some pictures. This is a girl. So when we're talking about female gender or girls, women, we're going to use the pronoun she. She. She is a mail carrier. If I'm talking about myself, I'm going to use the pronoun I. Always, if I'm talking about something that I do, is I. And you is if you're talking to someone. If someone was sitting here with me, then I could say you to them. Okay? So I, and then you, and then for a girl, we would say she. This is a man, so we refer to him as he. He. The firefighter has a helmet. Then we can, instead of firefighter, we can say he has a helmet. Okay? So for men, we say he. All right, what if there are more than one? If we look at this picture, there are two policemen. I'm not a policeman. I don't have my police uniform on. I'm not a policeman, so I cannot include myself. So I would say they are policemen. They are policemen. And because if it's a boy and a girl and they're together, we would say they. Okay. Look at this picture. In this picture, we have a little girl and her trainer, her dad. Somebody is showing her how to do push-ups. If I were included, if I could get down on the floor right here and do a push-up too, I could say we. If I'm included, I could say we are doing push-ups. But I'm not doing push-ups. I'm not included. So then I'm going to say they are doing push-ups. They are doing push-ups. Okay, so they is used for more than one. All right, what if something is not human or it's not alive? Something like this. This is, yes, you guessed it. It's bread. Bread. Okay, so bread is not a he or a she. So when we use something that's inanimate or it's not considered a boy or a girl, we would say it. It. The bread is on the table. It is on the table. So it. All right, what about this one? It's a glue stick, isn't it? Glue stick. So can we say he? He is a glue stick? No. She is a glue stick? No, we would have to say it because it's not a boy, it's not a girl. It's just a thing. So we would say it is a glue stick. It. What about this one? What are these? These are crayons, colors. How many are there? There's a bunch of crayons or colors. So I couldn't say it. It is just for one thing, one object. So I couldn't say it. What pronoun would I need to use for a bunch of things that are not a boy or a girl? I use the same pronoun that I would use for two people that I'm not included. I would use the same pronoun. I would say they are police officers. They are crayons. They are on the table. Because when you use the pronoun it, it's only for one thing. It, when the glue stick, where's the glue stick? Glue stick and the bread is considered an it because it's just one thing. Okay? What about these? They're tomatoes. Yes, those are tomatoes. So if I said the tomatoes are on the vine, which pronoun would I use for that? Would I say it is on the vine? Or would I say they are on the vine? You're right. I would say they because there's more than one. I couldn't say it because there are 3 tomatoes. I would have to say they are on the vine. Okay? So good job. If I'm talking to someone, I would say you. If I'm talking about myself, I would say I. So let's review. What pronoun do we use for her? We would say she. Correct. What pronoun would we use? Yes, we would use he. What pronoun would we use for this picture? They. Unless I'm a policeman too. If I was a policeman and I had on my police uniform, I would say we. But I'm not a policeman, so I would say they are police people. They are police people. All right, what about this one? They, okay, because there's more than one. And I'm not included. I'm not doing push-ups, so I couldn't say we. I would have to use they. And I couldn't just say she. I couldn't just say he. I would need to use the pronoun they because there's more than one. What about the glue stick? What do we use for that one? Can we say they? No, because it's just one. It. What about the bread? What's the pronoun? You're correct. It is bread. It. So I hope you've learned a lot about pronouns. Remember that pronouns are used in the subjects. These subject pronouns are used in the subject. And we'll talk about the other pronouns later on. Today, as you're talking with your parents, talking with your friends, or doing your packet, you might come across some pronouns that you need to practice. Practice those pronouns. If your mom walks by, say she is in the room. If your dad walks by, say he is in the room. If the marker is on the table, say it is on the table. So practice using your subject pronouns today. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you need help, you can email us and let us know. We'll be glad to help you with those things. Thank you. I hope you have a good day.